everybody.
Hello.
Sorry.
Hi guys.
Oh, oh, pardon me. Where's Hyun? Is Hyun dead?
Yeah. That's the only assumption. We haven't seen him in a week. He's gone.
Yeah, he was left at the
Made it,
hospital, presumed dead.
Yeah.
Well, yeah. After he was tangling up from the rafters, like I think
True.
all the blood went to his head, and it's just kind of he was already kind of beaten up pretty bad before.
Yeah, someone took off his hat and all his life force just drained.
That's no way! Sludge.
Yeah, that's a human latch!
Well, we'll get him figured out soon, but Brody animates from YouTube.
BrodyAnimates.
From
yeah,
YouTube?
just stumbled in here. Don't mind me, guys. Yeah.
Oh my god, big fan!
Say so.
Cozy couch over here. I mean, you know, can you blame a guy?
I can't believe we ended up in your dressing room.
Yeah.
Yeah. Man, I wish my dressing room looked like this. It's bigger than my office.
Oh man. Well, thank you for setting aside time to be here. We appreciate it. But before we get into everything, real quick, we want to go over some announcements. Then I have a funny little story before we get into the interview.
Hooray!
First and
I
foremost,
like funny little stories. That's my thing.
Dojo's got talent. We've been hosting a collab since last week. If you are interested in participating, the link is in the description. Go check out all the information. Me, Loonstar, and Stone are going to be working on our parts during the stream. Brody will be working on one of his videos, so stay tuned to get a special look behind the scenes.
Yeah, no one make fun of how bad I work.
No, everyone point and laugh. I'm going to be pointing and laughing.
No.
Yes.
please.
Yes.
But yeah, it's essentially America's Got Talent, but animated. So if you would like to know more about how this works, the link is in the description. You can get a free light up keychain if your part is good enough during our judging in a couple weeks.
Oh my gosh.
So yeah, knock yourself out.
I would
some
murder
fun.
someone for the free light up keychain.
Yeah, hell yeah.
I need
Just
it.
makes sense.
Well, you could murder someone, or you could just, animate a really cool scene.
Yeah.
Pick your battle.
Just yeah, exactly.
I'm just gonna
Choose
say,
one.
I don't really care if someone dies, so you might be better off making a good animation.
Some of you may die.
Understandable.
Yeah.
Some of you may.
May die.
That's a sacrifice I'm willing to make.
I'm willing to make.
Secondly, we have a fun little announcement. I didn't even know this was a thing until this morning, but Pluto from Studio Bidot, guy who's making a few quick matches, just released another quick little announcement for his game.
Oh, I didn't know. Dude, I actually have this game wishlisted on Steam.
Oh, let's
Yeah.
yeah.
Yeah,
We're
of
gonna
course.
be playing it next episode.
Sweet.
He gave the people what they wanted, man.
Oh yeah.
So I'm telling you.
You've been listening.
Dude, he's been going off with this game. Let's freaking go.
Oh yeah, no,
I'm so excited.
I'm hyped.
That looks so fun. Holy.
And allegedly, in a future update, not on launch, I don't think, but there will be you will be able to workshop characters, make your own characters, and he's making it super easy and simple. And I'm hyped for that personally. But yeah, please go wishlist this on Steam. This release is in just 2 days on Tuesday.
Oh my god.
Oh my god. Oh, what?
Go wishlist it.
Clear your
Go play
schedule.
it. Yes, clear your schedule. I'm gonna be so
Quit your
unprepared
job.
once
My
this
urgent
releases.
doctor's appointment just to play
Yeah.
this game.
Exactly.
Yes, exactly. No, but nothing but love for Pluto. Please go wishlist this. He's been working his ass off lately.
Cranking.
So yeah. And that's everything that we have for announcements today. But quick little icebreaker. Something very terrible happened to me just a few hours ago.
Oh no.
I
Oh
no.
no. How terrible. How
Loonstar
terrible.
was there
Hatena.
as well.
He was in a VC when it
I-
happened.
Yeah, I was in voice chat working on like a Lethal Company clip video, whatever. And then suddenly my roommate from the other side of the door, there's 2 doors behind me. One of them's my closet, and then another one's the bathroom. And then I hear screams from the bathroom being like, Brandon, come in here. I need you. And I open the door, and there's water spraying out from underneath the sink. Just flooding our bathroom.
Oh, that's not supposed to
Not
do
good.
that.
So
Yeah,
I
that's
had
not
to. No,
Joe
it's not very good. So I was in voice chat and I said, "Oh shit," and then ran away. So I imagine what it was like for Loon
Up in there, up in there.
Dude, it was me and one of our other friends, for Jackie. We were like, he said that, we were like, wait, what happened? Just with like no, like enthusiasm at all. We're like, wait, what's going on?
No, but I ran downstairs to shut off the water of the house because things. But well, even at VidCon, when I was at VidCon, I woke up one morning and my roommate told me, "Hey, our bathroom is flooding." And so this is the second time it's happened in the same bathroom.
Dude, why do you keep flooding your bathroom, man? Maybe you should stop doing that.
Yeah, stop doing that.
Oh.
I don't know. It seems like there's a common denominator here.
He's like, I know, the bathroom.
I wasn't, but
Is your roommate familiar with sinks? Do they understand?
I would like to believe. Well, no, they just turned it. I don't know how they turned it on. If they like cranked that shit, but they just turned it on. They were just washing their mouth. They were brushing their teeth and whatnot, and then it just exploded, and water was everywhere.
Like it does.
Man, that sucks.
But
That does suck. You
I
figured it out?
fixed it. I had to run to Home Depot and replace the line.
Attaboy.
So
Good job, man.
it's all good.
I believed in you the whole time.
I
Oh,
I
yeah.
honestly thought during that story when you said, I said, oh shit, and then I ran, I thought you meant from that person. And it was so much funnier in my mind because they're like reaching out like desperation. Please help me! And you rush over to them.
Just
Oh
run
shit!
away,
And you just
yeah.
run. You just leave.
Yeah, instead of like running, instead of running as a savior, he's like, I get out of the house. I gotta go. It's flooding. It's
Guys,
happening.
stress me
It's
out.
like, this is too
Build the
much for
ark.
me. I gotta get out of here while I still can.
I gotta leave, man.
You gotta get out of here.
No,
I have a
that was,
spraying water phobia.
I was like, it felt like the world was trying to not make this episode happen. 'Cause,
Yeah.
like, yesterday we had to reschedule from yesterday because something came up, and then I was about to be like, if this takes up most of my day, I might have to reschedule as well. But no, we're making it work though.
The fates don't want me to be here. That's what I'm getting.
No,
Or they're just
too
making us work
bad.
harder for
It's
it.
not allowed.
Too bad.
Too
Against
bad.
the
You're
law.
here. You're stuck here with us. How are you doing?
Someone's
man?
gonna die on this call, guaranteed.
Oh, well, don't
We've
say
skirted
that.
death.
Oh no. Oh man. Well, how you doing? How has life been treating you?
I'm doing great. Honestly, like the week after I post a video is always like breathing a breath of fresh air because it's like it's quite a panic getting the video done, especially when I have like a deadline. So like I pulled like 2 all-nighters in a row. Don't do that if you can avoid
Don't do
it.
that.
It's generally a good idea to get sleep, but
Generally.
I imagine you guys are similar to me in that like you
Mhm.
kind of do the best work when you're procrastinating a bit.
Yeah.
You know what?
Super good way to live your life.
It's part of
I
my
agree.
process.
It's
You know,
only when there's a
It is.
deadline coming up in like 2 days that you're your most productive. Yeah.
Yeah, it's
100%,
instant flow state
yeah.
the whole
That's
time.
how I got through high school.
And you know what? Like, even though like I say don't do that, I'm gonna do it again.
Yeah.
100%, guaranteed. It will. This will
unironically
not be
on
the
your
last
schedule.
time that happens.
Yeah.
Well, I wanted to start this introduction point by saying thanks for being here. We met at VidCon, and it was the weirdest way to meet you. I would say because I'd heard of your name every now and then, and I'd see clips and people talking about you, but I'd never like gotten on my way to watch a video. And then I'm hanging out with Rax and
Big
Garrett
fan.
at VidCon, and they pull me into other groups where I can talk to people. And then I'm using this introduction like, "Hi, I'm Alan Becker's production manager," because that's a name more people would recognize, and that's a better segue into conversation with those people. But then for you, it was the exact opposite, because you saw my name on my tag, and you were like, "Wait, Hatena from the dojo? You make stick figure animations." And I think I was so caught off guard that I ended up shaking your hand 3 times because I did not know what to do.
Hey, I'll take it, man. I'll take it. Nothing wrong with the firm handshake, but I'm like
Yeah.
can't kill with that. But I was just like, yeah, like I just recognized your name right away. Well, because I didn't even know you were Alan Becker's production manager. But I was just like, I have been aware of like the dojo and dojo members for like 10 years. So I just like I recognize the name because there's something about the name that's just so recognizable to me. I was like, oh, you're a Dojo Stickman animator guy.
That's wild. Did you participate in the community anytime before, or were you just kind of a spectator?
Actually, I was more of a spectator. Well, because like, and it was perfect timing because I was just getting to know Zane Little, and we were talking while he was making that video about stick fights, and he like once he came out with it, like I watched the video, it was great. And as someone who like kind of fell out of the community like a few years ago, it was great to like see that video and see like just like what's happened, like people that are still doing it and like keeping the community going. And then but like he mentioned that like when he was a kid, he thought that like the dojo was like a members only, like invite only crew. And you have to submit an application, and if you can't animate good enough, they banish you and you have to hone your skills for 1,000 years. And I was the same way when I was a kid. I was like, well, I can't just don't join a dojo.
I can't just do that.
It's not that easy.
I mean, these guys are professionals here. I mean, they're all professional stickman animators. I can't do that.
Definitely, no, yeah.
Definitely,
so
for sure.
I definitely would have been a part of the dojo had I known. But
it was
also
legal.
At the same time, I was like 10 years old animating in pivots. I was not good.
Oh, you started in pivot?
I would have been. I started in pivots. I started in pivots on my iPhone 4. Is what I downloaded pivots animator on. I think, or it might have been a knockoff of pivots or something. It might, but yeah, that's what I started out on, and honestly, it was too hard, and I gave up.
That's me. That's exactly me.
That's real. That's so real.
And then, like 3 years later, I discovered Storytime Animation. I'm like, I'm gonna try it again, and then that's when I stuck with it because I was like, oh, it turns out you gotta like put time and devotion into your craft. Ugh,
Ew!
gosh, that's no fun. Who wants that?
Boring.
Gotcha. So when did you revisit it? When did you decide to come back to it and be like, okay, let me give this a shot?
To come back to like just animation in general, like it was mostly just because I mean, I'm not sure if you guys are familiar with like Storytime Animation when it was really popping off on the on the platform, but I mean, of course, before that it was like there's like tons of stick fights and like Newgrounds Animation was big. I watched a lot of like Gilded Guy when I was a kid. That was like my goat. Yeah. And then like there's that switch where like because of monetization, people started making the Storytime Animation videos. And the first ones I saw were like Ginger Pale and like The Odd Ones Out and Domix, which also Domix introduced me to the dojo because he posted a video like from his dojo collab part, and I was like, oh, and then I just like went down the rabbit hole like from his part into like all the other dojo collabs. But yeah, after that, I just saw all the Storytime Animation videos, and I was like, like arrogantly, I thought I could do that. I was like, yeah, I could do that for sure. It's not that hard. Like, I mean, come on, look at this shit. It's so easy. And so yeah, I did an animation for a school project because I have this habit where I mean, as pre-described, I'm a procrastinator. Are you pulling out my my
this
video?
This is how we do it here. This is how we do it.
Unreal. Diabolical. I haven't seen this in like 2 years. Oh my. Fun fact, this is animated at 60 FPS because I did not know that you weren't supposed to do that.
Oh my god.
Wow.
How brave.
I just say that you're more advanced. That lip sync at 60 FPS is crazy.
Yeah, the lip sync, I traced that from Ginger Pale because all good artists start by copying.
So real.
Dude, it is.
I did it for a school project. It was to tell an exaggerated story, and I knew that I wouldn't do an animation if it was just on my own free will. So I was like, okay, I'll do it for like the deadline of the project, right? Because that'll push me to get her done. And then I did, and it's so funny watching it back because like I did not know that at this time the character that I designed in literally 30 seconds is going to be the character that I'm animating for 7 more years.
Yeah. The tremendous foundational decisions we make so casually. You don't know. And it's quite literally unironically like, well, I'll give it 10,000 hours and then I'll reevaluate from there if I like it or not.
And it's like, I just want to say 100% I would have picked a better color scheme if I had thought about it a little longer. Because like neon red and neon blue is like, that's rough, man. That's hard to work with.
It's more like a navy. Well, it's like a navy blue.
It's more of a navy now. In this
video,
like
but
neon. Yeah.
Well, to be fair, you're also surrounded by stick figures, so you're already doing way better than us.
Yeah.
Thanks, guys. Appreciate it.
Of course, anytime.
You know what though? It would save me a lot of time in the animation process. But stuck with the stick figures. Yeah.
Yeah. What? How old were you when you made this video?
I think this was just before I turned 13, so I would have been like, 12.
Dude.
Wow.
Yeah, I'm gonna say I've said it every time, but we ask that question almost every person that gets on here, and it is at least above 90%. I would say it's between the ages of 10 to 13 that people
that's
start
like the
or get in
foundational
animation.
years, isn't it?
Yes, it's crazy.
Man, that's nuts. Thanks for pulling that up, man. That's my magnum opus. Yeah.
I mean, hey, it's still public.
Yeah, true. You know,
you only have yourself to blame.
I don't have the heart to take it down, man. Yeah, it's just it's the. I will say this. I wish I'd never deleted any of my videos. Because I made videos before animations, where it's like skits and stuff, and I took them down because I didn't want to be like, I was the ripe age of 12. I can't be bogged down by what I did when I was 10. Gee, I mean,
I was a baby.
I was a baby then. But now I'm like, man, if I had that would be so fun to rewatch. And that's why I keep the old videos up, is because I'm like, it's fun to see the progress,
Progress is super inspiring for people who are getting started or feeling discouraged, and they look up to somebody and then they go, oh man, and they look back and they're like, wait, I feel like I could do that. And maybe I can't do what they're doing right now today, but if that's where they were, and I'm enjoying doing this, then there's like light at the end of the tunnel. And I think that's really important for people doing this, because it could be so grueling.
You're absolutely right. I always tell people, like, when you're comparing yourself to your inspirations, you're looking at their 10,000 hours and you're at hour 0, like you have and you're also not looking at all the stuff that they scrapped and all the content that they made before they even decided to post it, dude. There's hundreds of thousands of hours for some of us, Maybe hundreds of thousands. I don't know. How many years is that?
How many years is that?
How many years is that?
Probably a few million.
Just go with it. It's probably right.
It's fine. It's probably right.
No, but that's one of the pieces of advice that I always give to new animators, is to not delete their old stuff, because it's easy to get caught in that loop of, this is terrible, I don't need this, but you do need it because you need it as reference to understand what you can
can't compare
improve
yourself
on.
to others. You can only compare yourself to yourself.
Yes, 100%, absolutely. Oh, pardon me, sorry.
How dare you?
Pardon.
Yeah, that made me really mad. So I'm glad you brought that up.
Not pardoned anymore.
Yeah, unpardoned.
Sorry, no, my allergies are bad.
I got a lot to say about that.
My bad. All right. Well, what's your main source of inspiration now? Because you got introduced by some of the OGs in the Storytime. Is it a community? Is it right to say Storytime community?
Yeah, I'll call it a community. I would say that's a good inspiration for anyone. You kind of have to have a community, especially in art when you're starting. Like, whether that's like, like stick fights, or if it's like story time, if it's animation memes, I don't know what you're into, But like having that community to inspire you, like even just like looking at my peers, like my buddies, they'll just send me like, look at this scene I just finished, and I'll be like, dang, I'm gonna take notes there. That looks great. That's awesome. Or especially now, now that I'm like older, I'm really focusing more on the writing process of videos. Like that's probably my favorite part of making a video now, is like just writing it. So sharing scripts back and forth with my friends is like, you know, that's just inspiring to me because I'm like, oh, that's a great joke. What a great, like, you know, setup and punchline. Like, just like taking notes from everybody and just like being inspired by everyone's progress, you know?
What
really
is it
big.
about writing that you think is? Would you say it's your favorite part of production now?
Yeah, I definitely would say it's my favorite part. I think it's the most important part of a storytime animation video because I mean, I
100%.
think case in point, you can have a storytime animation video with just abysmal animation, but if you write it really well, that video is going to be super entertaining. It doesn't matter if you're the best animator in the world. If you don't have, you know, a good backing to it, then it's not, you know, it's not going to be a funny video, you know? So for me, like just focusing on it more and realizing like, oh, this is like a pillar, right? So everything like trickles down from this, you know? So it's because like what I used to do when I was like 14, 15 is that I was just like, I'm just going to write the script in like a day and then spend like a month animating it, which is, you know, especially if you rush a script and then you spend the next month animating it, by the end of it, you're like, man, I hate this script, dude. I've been working on this for so long and it's
And
like,
it's locked in at that point.
Exactly. So you want to make sure it's your best work before you commit, you know, weeks or months of your life to it, you know? But that's my perspective. That's just what I've learned from over the years, I suppose.
I find it interesting because most of the time when I talk to other animators about their stories and what they want to do, writing is like their least favorite part. So I find it very very abnormal for the writing stage to be your favorite. Not as bad.
Yeah,
of course,
well, I
but
mean,
it's
like
just, it's different.
you know, it's not to say that like obviously I am, you know, the name's BrodyAnimates. I love animation.
True.
I think it's the best medium for everything. And I think that, you know, just like they're works of art that cannot be accomplished without animation, you know, like but I don't know. I just think there's a magical, you know, combination of like good writing and good animation that makes something truly memorable. You know what I mean?
True.
Which is, you know, a little bit ostentatious to say as like the, you know, the guy that makes storytime animations. But hey, you know what? You just gotta put your heart and soul into whatever you make. You know?
Absolutely. How?
That's my take.
So one of my difficult things about myself, I'm terrible at talking about myself. I don't know how to talk about myself, but that's like your job.
Yeah, you know what? that's totally fair. Well, it's also like it's hard to talk to yourself, talk about yourself, and not like you don't want to be like a bragger, I guess, right? So I think you'll notice that most storytime animators, like we're the butt of all of our jokes, right?
Yeah,
because that's just like you know. And then that also makes it just more relatable watch for people. And I think that's one of the things that obviously makes storytime animation such an accessible genre is that they're relatable, right? And we've all had those moments. Like most of my videos are about just like stupid things I've done because you know there's a relatability to just being like, yeah, I've also, you know, called my sibling a bitch when I was in second grade. You know, like that's. That's something everyone's done, I'm sure. But yeah, I don't know. It's I guess over the years, like you just get used to talking about yourself, and sometimes a story happens or something happens in my life, and immediately I'm just like, well, that's a video right there, you know. And
that's
it's
perfect.
like, you know, I get to monetize dumb things that happen to me, so that's kind of a perk of the job, I suppose.
Haha, this sucks. Wait a minute. Actually,
this sucks.
Wait,
I
actually,
I'm
make a
gonna
video about this.
monetize that.
yeah.
And you know, one of the recent ones is like I talked about this in my video about my girlfriend, which is like this guy in front of my girlfriend who's 6'4", and this guy on the plane like reclined into her knees, and we had like a whole like argument about it. And like after it happened, I was like, well, that sucked, but
Hear me out.
I'm gonna drag this dude through the mud online. This guy's an idiot, you know.
No,
That is a benefit to it.
Video.
Oh, that's great.
It's funny watching this scene now too, because this is one of those scenes. Sometimes like there are scenes where like I can look at it and be like, I animated that when I was in crunch mode, and I had like an hour to finish this shot.
Yeah.
Like in my newest video about getting in trouble, all the prison scenes except for the first one were all done in like 48 hours. I was like, I was like,
crazy.
running
There's
off
solid
of
in
nothing,
betweens in that too. Like these
I
are
was about to say,
still
it's animated
very
really well.
high effort.
The
You've got
first,
full on
the first prison
shading
scene
as well.
there. That one I had a little bit more time with, but the other ones I was just like, I got to get this through. So like you can see my little animation tactics. Like there's a lot more just like squash and stretch transitions.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
But I mean, the only people that are going to notice it are animators, right? Like fellow animators. So
Right.
what are you gonna do?
Oh, I see what
But
you
like even this, it's still impressive. Even if you take some shortcuts, like animation is still
Sometimes you just gotta do what you gotta do to get the video
Yeah.
done, you know?
100%.
mean. At least it still produced a high result.
Yeah. Oh my god, there's one scene in this video that is so cool.
Oh yeah,
I
yeah.
saw this shit. Oh my god.
The
This,
vein.
Oh my god, the expression.
The crazy eyes.
Dude, like,
Oh my, the fire.
Who did this? Did you do this, or was this one of your animators?
Oh wait, no, wait. Did
side.
the bike trails just disappear? Hold up, go back.
Oh no, are you in revision
Is there a
mode?
mistake
Are
there?
you in revision mode still?
Wait, go back. I didn't realize that. Does it erase? I didn't even realize. Hold up. I'll tell you all about the scene in a minute, but I need to see this.
Yeah. Oh, they do.
No!
And now the whole world
Deleting the video
knows.
right now. Deleting
Alright,
the video
delete it.
right now.
Ah!
Entire
No one's
world
watching this.
knows. There they
But,
go.
yeah, I wanted to do something like in a bit of like an anime kind of like over animated style. So I brought on my a buddy of mine. He's a board artist. His name's Party Dave, and he.
Oh, I know that guy.
Any storytime anime, especially like the Amazing. If you see a scene that looks particularly like amazing, it's him. He works for like
Really?
everyone. He's a workaholic.
Oh man.
So I
love
did
that
the
guy.
cleanups on this one, but the boards were all him. Like he did all the hard work. I just went in there, did line art and coloring.
Damn.
That was
like,
a very fun scene to do. And I always like to, I think it's a natural. I'm sure you guys are the same way. I always try to make the current video better than the last one.
Mm-hmm.
Oh yeah.
So
Always
just
top
to be able
yourself.
to do something like that. Yeah.
So
It's a
cool.
double-edged sword though, because it takes me longer to make videos, but
Then it's mentally more draining
yeah, and it's mentally more draining. But hey, you know what?
when it's
Each
done.
video's better than the last.
Yep. When it's done and you're happy with it,
It's
and
definitely
you're
not
on a
going to haunt me that
podcast,
those.
you're talking
that
about
those
it, and then you
fire
see the
trails
skid
away.
marks go away.
Yeah, no, dude, I was just living in bliss until you screen shared that. Thank you.
Hey, you're the one who wanted me to
That's
go
so
back
nice.
to check.
Well, yeah. Hold on, let me just go skip to this
I was
part.
like, huh?
No.
What?
No,
Man,
we've had that on.
I would have pressed F7 there at the wrong time.
Mhm.
We've had that on Alan's team, where like after video releases, that's when everyone finds the most errors. Like on the team, it's
my
not
God.
even the viewers. The viewers never notice.
There's another one in this video that's literally one frame.
Oh yeah, no, I saw your tweet about it.
I was
Shoot,
like,
where's
man, this
that?
sucks. I think it's after one of the prison scenes.
Because it was just a
Someone
scene
would-
marker,
I think
right?
it's at like 7 minutes and like 9 seconds. And it's just one frame that says scene 22, because that's what I had it
Yeah.
in Premiere Pro. Yeah, right after this one. Yeah, right there. If you just like
yeah.
at the end of this one. Yeah,
Right.
just one frame.
Oh
On
my
my
gosh.
days, man.
Oh man.
God,
It's actually 2 frames. FYI.
Come on.
Dang, scene 22.
Can't win them all, man. Can't win them all.
Too
Does
real.
we know what scene it is?
Yeah, no,
It
that
was
was
integral to the story.
You guys had to know that this was scene 22,
Yeah.
man.
It's all
It was
intentional. It's
crucial.
always intentional.
Yeah.
Those
It
bike
was a good cut.
the bike tracks disappeared for a reason.
Yeah, no, it's
Character development.
The lore will be revealed soon, guys. There's actually, it's a magic bike. Gonna come back and play later.
Oh man.
Dude, I saw that scene.
It
I'm
all
like,
makes
did he do the bike slide? Oh my god.
Yeah, the
Big
bike
clear
slide itself.
slide. Yeah.
It's the classic, the iconic
Yeah.
angled
I was
Oh,
bike
yeah,
surprised
that's
that
the
I was
Akira slide,
surprised the
yeah.
amount of people that
Yeah.
caught it. You know what I mean? But
I mean,
guess,
it's a
like,
popular shot
most,
now.
Yeah, most
so cool.
animators kind of have an eye for it.
Oh yeah. I mean, it's
We
such an
probably all
iconic
done
shot.
something.
It's constantly being redone and tributed.
They did it in Gumball too. That's how I
Okay.
remembered.
Yeah, they did.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Yeah,
That's awesome.
some good stuff. Yeah.
Oh, Gumball.
But we'll
Didn't they just
we'll put a pin in
Gumball?
Yeah, no, me and my friends have been watching it. The first few episodes are
good?
rough. The first few episodes are very rough, but I think after episode 6 or 7, the one that's called the traffic, that's when everything starts to get really good again. But it's like, because it's a new studio and a whole bunch of new stuff that they had to deal with.
Yeah, new voice actors, new team, I'm sure.
Yeah, and completely different writing staff as well. But like, so it took them a while to find their footing, but I think they found it after a few episodes. The first few were a little rough to get through IMO. They're still enjoyable. But
Except for the butts. I hate the butts.
Yeah, the butts is the worst episode.
What is the butts?
It's about the principal being shy about and self-conscious about his butt, and Gumball teaches him not to be shy and self-conscious about his butt, and it ends in a song about shaking your booty.
And then it's really gross.
All right.
Yeah, no, it's an episode.
It's an episode.
Sounds like it. Sounds like it.
Oh yeah, yeah. What's this video you're working on right now?
This one is I'll just tell you. I'll tell you. This is between us and the Dojocast viewers. This one's gonna be about road trips.
Sneak peek.
Ooh.
I do a lot of driving and a lot of stories. Yeah, leaked, tweeted. And I also want to talk about like spoilies for this video that's coming out in like 3 months. I also want to talk about like where I live in Canada has very weird roadside attractions, and they're just very funny to talk about. And I'm actually pretty excited about it because like I don't know why where I live, like every small town you drive to, they have to have like a giant version of something. Like you'll just be driving through a small town and they'll be like, yeah, we have the world's largest tennis racket. And you drive in and it's just a 30-foot tall tennis racket. That's all it is. But like that's like they have to have a pretty big name, you know?
Yeah.
Like you have to pull over to see it, you know?
Does that really only happen in the states that struggle to get tourists?
I don't know. Well, I mean, I live in Canada, so we get a lot of people driving through, and I guess like because I guess we would struggle to get tourists because we're definitely a drive-through area, and I guess they got to be like, we got to pull them in somehow. What can we build large, guys? Come on,
look,
get
either
your best heads together.
Yeah, it's this or a Quiznos. Come on, man. Big tennis racket or a Quiznos. We have to put something here. We gotta get him to stop.
Being a kid and be like, Mom, can we please pull over and take a look at the largest tennis racket in the world?
I was like, it's that the Mitchells vs. Machine scene where it's like Dinosaur Land and they get there and it's so subpar.
Oh, I think what you're talking about.
Yeah, ironically, where I live, we have one of the best dinosaur museums in the world. But and they have this dinosaur track.
Yes.
I actually talk about it in the video. It's like a 90-foot tall like sculpture of a T-Rex that you can climb inside of and look out of its mouth. And I'm like, guys, you don't need the giant T-Rex. You have the museum. It's awesome. This is overkill. But you know, I love the T-Rex. I love her name is Tira. For Tyrannosaurus Rex.
Oh my god.
Wow.
And yeah, that's the wonderful world of Canada for you.
It's awesome. What? Okay, I don't know how to transition to the next one, so I'm going to be blunt. We have a list of questions I'm trying to go through.
Insert segue here. So what do you think about this?
Insert segue.
In other news.
Yeah. So how
Rex
do you?
D's in the YouTube chat.
Yo, Rex.
Oh my goodness.
Yo,
Hi, Rex.
I know him.
YouTube.
My favorite flip note animator.
I hate that guy
Oh,
so much. He
you
was
and
such a
and
dick
at the
to
same
me.
time.
I'm kidding.
Yeah, I don't know. When I met Hatena and Raxty at VidCon, they were just like really smelly. I don't know what it was.
I don't like these guys.
There was
Look
like
here.
this stench that hit me.
They had a
when I-
green aura.
There were flies always
All the,
following them. The flies would be dying.
All the flowers died on the inside of the
Yeah. California used to be such a green state, but it's been different ever since they were there.
green stink lines and bugs.
Yeah.
Don't worry, guys. I've been smogged. I'm good. I passed smog.
It's like I kind of want to go back to
Garrett behind him spraying Febreze.
Yeah. It's the constant anti-odor.
We have a system.
Yeah. How do you ever limit how much you share? Like, do you have like a how do I say it?
Like what I share in videos and stuff?
Yeah, like in the writing stage. Like, is there
That's a good question. I guess like there are like some things that I choose. I guess I am just like there's a selection process to like stories that I'll tell in a video. Like obviously, like I try to keep my videos lighthearted. So like, or sometimes like something will happen to me. I'm like, that's crazy, but that's a little bit more of a serious subject matter. Or like it'll just like involve like I don't know people that I don't want to platform, I guess.
Yeah.
And you got to have some sort of discretion of just being like, okay, this story is just for me. I'll just keep that one to myself. And then obviously I don't want to share too much personal information. It took me, I think, like 3 years of being with my girlfriend to make the video where I, talk about her really. Just because I wanted to be like, super protective of her privacy and everything. And also, there's always weird people. Like I've had people like, I don't have it too bad, but there'll be people like I've had people like DM my brother's ex-girlfriend trying to get to me. And I was like, first of all,
yeah.
Boo that man.
I don't even know how you did that. And second of all, do you think she's gonna be interested in getting you in touch with her ex's brother? Is like she's gonna get the message and be like, oh yeah, I'll go talk to her right now.
Oh yeah,
like,
definitely.
So I try not to share too much, and this is something I just picked up from like just seeing other storytime animators. Is that like I have this one friend where like when he's writing a script, he'll write it with like all of his family members. Like this is my uncle Jaden. This is my brother Philip. Oh, and I'm like, dude, you don't need to name them because that just makes it easier for people to like pinpoint
find that
family
information.
members,
Yeah.
Right. Yeah. You're just giving them more information. So, I mean, like obviously there's some amount of personal information I do share, and that's it's usually stuff I'm comfortable with. Ironically, my last name is public, and that's because I wasn't planning on making it public, but one time I accidentally tweeted an image that had my last name in it, and I was like, well, that's out of the bag, can't take that one back. I guess, I mean, just whatever.
Animates.
I mean,
yeah, that's what I thought. Wait, it's not Animates?
They weren't supposed to know. They weren't supposed to know.
First name Brody, last name Animates.
My last name is verb-based. No!
But yeah, they named me like a Smurf, or they found out what I was good at, and then they were like, "Okay, you'll be Brody."
Don't even worry about it. We got it figured out.
If I was good at basketball, I would have been Brody Dribbles or something. But no, they picked a bad one for me. Come on,
animator? Are you serious?
Yeah.
Mr.
Don't worry, YouTube's gonna get big.
It's bestowed upon me, like it was like my father's legacy. It's like you will be an animator. Well, I guess that's how people got their last names, because like, well, my last name is Butcher, so I was like, well, I guess my ancestors were a butcher at some point, So maybe I pass down Animates to my kids, and they'll be like,
there you go.
Your grandfather do?
Well,
he was an animator back in the day before AI ruined everything.
Yeah. Whoa, with his hands? Yeah, in his brain. Whoa!
Back in my day, we drew the frames.
Yeah. What?
Back in my day, we had the world's shittiest Adobe Flash. And we all hated it, but we loved it.
Okay, now I'm curious. What version of Adobe Animate are you using?
I use the newest one. I use okay, here's my justification.
Go for it.
I think everyone generally sticks with whatever version of Animate they just use first. You know, you start using one and you're like, well, this is what I'll use for the rest of my life. So for me, I started using Adobe Animate in 2018, and I was like, I'm gonna use this forever. I'm just gonna use it
till I die.
I need no more features. I need no less features. And then I started working with a team, and I'll have people using all different kinds of versions of Flash. Some of them newer than me. I was like, I guess because I do a lot of cleanup on my videos, just because I'm a very nitpicky person. So I was like, I should definitely use the newest version so I can just compile everything, because it's easier to go up into a version than down into a version.
Yeah. Quick question: Do you and your team use advanced layers?
I don't know what an advanced layer is.
Okay.
It is the okay.
Good
I'm about to rant.
Tell him what he's won.
Advanced layers.
What do you got,
focus
man?
on my screen real quick. It's this little check mark. I don't even know why I left it on for this template. But
I think it's a good
so
idea.
terrible. It's a good idea, but it has made the program so much less usable than it ever has been. And it's all because of advanced
layers. Is this a gripe
layers.
from working with Alan's team?
Yes, we have made it a rule to not use advanced layers. A strict
really?
rule.
So what does it do?
Oh boy, I just had to explain. I just had to explain. Kills your family. No, I just had to explain this to Garrett on one of his streams about what advanced layers is and to warn him of it. But essentially, what it is what allows you to apply filters to keyframes and entire layers. It is what it has allowed them to implement new bone tool features, the built-in VCam, the built-in 3D based tools. Their built-in parallax system, pretty much everything new, and including the parenting system that they have introduced in the newer versions is because of advanced layers, and it's something that they introduced in version 20 in 2020, and because they are focused on introducing new tools to try and convince more people to stay or continue subscribing and get more people onto their subscription software, whatever. They're focused on building new tools for advertising instead of fixing everything that's broken, and in turn it just breaks it even further because all of this old code that they're using from Macromedia doesn't work with all the new code that the two people on the Adobe Animate team are building. So I would heavily advise against using advanced layers.
Yeah, well, I have one animator that uses some version of advanced layers, but they're my one animator that I usually don't need to do cleanup on their scenes. So when I see it, I just don't touch it. I'm just I'm gonna put the backgrounds in. I'm gonna fix this one symbol, and I'm done. I'm not touching any of the other layers.
Just standing out.
I mean, it can work. It's just so much more buggy, and you're so much more prone to crashes. Especially more so on version 24. I'm on version 23, and it works. I have minimal issues with it if I'm not using advanced layers. But version 24, I'm constantly crashing.
Especially now that I have a team and everything, they're helping me with videos. It's very interesting seeing people's different ways of animating. I'm sure multiple people watching the stream had a stroke when they saw my timelines on the bottom, because apparently that's an animation sin. You're not supposed to have your timeline on the bottom.
Yeah, that's crazy.
It's just the way I started. It was just the default layout when I opened up Animate for the first time, and I was like, I guess this is what I'm doing.
This is my life now.
I guess I'm going to keep it here.
I think the reason for that is because most people who use display graphics tablets, your arm would be blocking the timeline if you're drawing. God, I knew the reason and then I forgot. So forget I said anything. It has something to do with the general layout of a physical display tablet and why it's down there.
Yeah.
But even I have a display and I still use it at the top.
Yeah, well, I mean, I have a display. I don't know, but it's also interesting seeing people's preferences between the paintbrush tool and the classic brush tool, and then I'll have some animators where they're nesting 20 symbols within 20 symbols within 20 symbols. Then I got another animator where he's just I'm gonna do everything on one layer, and it's just we're just gonna go with it, And then I've even had animators where I'm like, hey, can we actually do more layers so I can alter things easier without like redrawing the whole thing? So it's a fine balance. Like, I mean, like it is nice, like doing cleanup for my animators that use lots of symbols, because then I could just be like, oh, I'll just modify that symbol and it's good for the whole scene. But then, you know, I could never do that myself. I pretty much just have like each layer is like a body part. That's what I do. And then like other than that, like I'm not using symbols except for like maybe lip sync. But even then, I tend to do like for lip sync, I tend to do just like hand drawn for the most part.
Yeah, same. I think
So what about
lip
you
sync
guys?
is.
What versions of Flash do you use?
I use version 23, which is the. I don't know. I'm
Is that
trying
the
to
best
think about
version?
this so hard. It's well, in my opinion, it is, but I mean, to each their own. Unless you use version 24, then you're wrong.
And you're wrong.
Okay, I'm right here, man.
Well, you're
You
wrong.
freaking
I'm sorry.
Okay.
No, just catching strays over here. You know, you just invite me onto your podcast.
Yeah,
and now
no,
you're
just to
like,
shit
shooting
talk
me in
you,
the
yeah.
face. You know, whatever.
No, but I use version 23. Stone, what do you
Fair
use?
enough.
I think it's 23. I think we. How do you check?
Yeah, wait.
For other people who don't
I'm
know.
just looking at the UI. You're on version 23.
Ooh, look at me.
I'll tell you what you're using, boy. You're using 20. You listen up here.
Yeah.
Yeah, let me take a look. Let me think. Yeah, that looks like version 24. You nerd.
Boo.
Are you using Flash 8, Loonzar?
Flash
Yeah,
8,
this is
yeah,
my
baby.
Flash 8.
The goat.
Man,
the dying
that's a
breed, you know?
classic.
Like,
Because I was gonna say that's either Flash 8 or you're like sick in the head enough to switch it to light mode on a newer version.
hell no. I would never use light mode. Whenever I use animate, it's always dark.
Yeah, you gotta be messed up to use light mode on the new one.
No, trust me.
I met. No, go ahead. Sorry.
Oh, I was gonna say, like, I wish Flash 8, like, I wish Macromedia, like, when they made this, had a dark mode, because I would so use that, but I have to stick with this light mode. But I love this program so much. Like, I can use animate too. What'd you say?
Can you get plugins for Flash 8
you can.
to make dark mode? Or?
You can. I have a frames to symbol, and then I have like a, I don't know what this is. Oh wait, no, you can't see it. But
I forgot that like back in the day, you know, you had to download like Keyframe Caddy to use like the frame picker and stuff.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Check this out. This looks awful.
Hey, check this
Oh
out.
boy.
It looks so bright.
Turn it off. Turn it off.
so
We need
bright.
Adobe Illustrator. Turn it off.
Boo!
And, like,
Turn the lights
Adobe
off.
Acrobat.
Acrobat.
Unfortunate.
Oh man. All right, I want to talk about the production of your videos. Do you have a pipeline that you use currently?
Kind of, yeah. It's pretty much just me with a dream and a spreadsheet. But
like that.
generally, you know, we have storyboarders, we got background artists, we got animators, and so like first thing I'll do is, you know, like I'll write the script, I'll record the audio, I'll edit the audio, and I'll just divide it up into like between like 5 and 20-second chunks usually, unless there's a scene where it's like this needs to be one cohesive storyboard. And then, you know, it's off to the storyboard artists. And then from the storyboard artists, it's off to the animators. And then, you know, once the storyboards are into, it's also off to the background artists at the same time. And then for me, I still animate a lot of my videos. I think a lot of people are under the impression that, like, because I have a team, I don't really work on the videos anymore. And because there's so many people in the credits. But first of all, the reason there's a lot of people that work on the videos is because they're all freelancers, right? So some people will do, you know, 10 scenes, and some people are going to do one scene, and then they have other projects to work, right? So, you know, that's why you'll have a lot of people in the end screen. And then for me, like for the last video, I animated about half of it, not including the sponsorship segment, which was which was all me, of course. And then usually if I'm animating something, I'm animating it because I have a specific vision for how I want it to look. And if I'm doing that, I'm also storyboarding it. So usually if there's like a scene animated by me, I'm also storyboarding it just because it just makes more sense to me. So I still do a pretty fair amount of work, and there's not I have a really solid team now where like I'm like when I hand something off to people, like I think that's why I still work so much, is because I am huge on creative control, and if something doesn't look just right, then I have to go fix it. So it took me a long time to get a team that I was like comfortable like handing stuff off to, right? But now I can hand stuff off and just be like, I know this is going to come back how I want it to look, right? If not with very minimal edits, you know. But that's the general pipeline as of now. I used to have a production manager who would just like handle like delegations and payroll and stuff for me, but I'm doing that myself now just because I'm, believe it or not, also passionate about production stuff now, because I just like to be more hands-on if I can. So I'm taking it on myself. I just did payroll today actually. But
nice.
You know,
big
money. Big money.
Big.
No, it's definitely like a different skill set. You learn a lot. You learn a lot for sure.
Yeah, when did you start growing a team? Like, what were you just starting to hire like 1 or 2 animators at first? Or did you start going like on the deep end of the pool?
Yeah, that's pretty much just how it happened. I was just like, well, the first thing I did was I hired backgrounds because I fucking hate drawing backgrounds.
I
was like,
yeah, I'm the same.
Any background artist,
It's
please, because like I just can't draw backgrounds. So I think the transportation video was the first video I had with backgrounds, the coolest personal transportation. And then the online gaming, I think that one was actually all myself, the online gaming one. I hate the online gaming video. I'll tell you about it later, but
oh boy.
and then it would have been after it would have been pet peeves, I think, that I had maybe my first animator. I definitely had my first board artist for this video. I just basically added people kind of as I needed. Like first I was like, okay, I'll get somebody to help me with boards, then I'll get somebody to help me with animation, and then like, you know, just to the point I'm at now where I'm just like, okay, well, you know, I'll have like I have like a Discord with like a team of artists, and like, you know, because they're freelancers, of course, not everybody's available for every video. So I have like a wide selection of like, you know, people that are reliable that I can work with and like can take on work when necessary, you know. And oh yeah, that background there is gorgeous. That's one of I've been working with Herrick's, I think, the longest. He's crazy. Yeah, I was like, dude, can you do a Halo background? And he was like, yes, and he gave me that, and I was like, holy. But and then like as I've gotten a bigger team and as the channel's gotten bigger, I've also like started paying my artists more fairly too, because I also like, you know, that's a big deal for me, is that I don't want to underpay artists either, right? Because, you know, I want everyone to be compensated fairly for their work, and you know, I don't want to use AI or nothing, right? Because God forbid a guy have morals, you know. But what are you gonna do? It's an expensive and time-consuming process, but I mean, that's the fun of it, right? Like it's just nice to see the project all come together and be like, look at all the wonderful work that all these different people have put in, you know.
Yeah. When did you was that the point when it went from a hobby to careers, when you started hiring people?
I would say so. Pretty much, I think I hired a few people when I was like 17. Like for this video, what year was this? 2021 for the.
This was 2022.
2022. So yeah, I would have been 17, and that's when I started hiring people. And then when I graduated high school, the next year, that's when I mean, obviously, you know, I was like, well, I don't got school anymore. I guess I'll just animate all day. So that's when it really turned into more of a career. Even now at 20, I'll still have like distant family members be like, so what are you gonna do for work then? And I'm like, well, I'm gonna keep doing.
I love that.
I'm gonna keep doing what I'm currently doing for work.
Yeah. No, I mean, you're a business owner, if I'm not mistaken, right?
Yeah.
At that point.
Yes, I sure am.
Yeah.
Some of the chats
that feels like
so unenjoyable. Making backgrounds, I totally agree.
100%.
Even sketching them for my background artists, I'm like, God, Man. And then one of the guys on my team, he does animation for one of my buddies, but for me, he does backgrounds. And he's like, "Gosh, I just love doing backgrounds." And I'm like, "Really? You love doing backgrounds? Why? Are you sure?"
So like, do you need help? Is there a gun pointing at you right now or something? You don't have to just say stuff, man.
Well, everyone likes different things. Like I hear lip sync is one of the least liked thing for people to
Yes,
like people hate 100%. Doing lip sync. I love doing it. That is my favorite part of any
You're out
animation.
of your mind. Get out of here.
I have been told that many times, but it's so satisfying. So I imagine it's just the same idea.
There's some stuff that I enjoy, like that. Sometimes I enjoy doing lip sync because it's like, oh, I really want to accentuate this emotion right here. But sometimes it's just like, especially since it's a story time video, it's like, oh, I have to do another monologue for the 40th time, riveting, right? Or it's like
so much fun,
the amount of times I've had to animate a character laughing, especially in this video that you got playing right now. Oh my god! Like, it's not even really lip sync, but it's like, you know, I also want to change poses with every time like the inflection of the laugh changes, because otherwise it just looks uncanny, right? And it's just like, I'm not really doing it because I want to. I'm doing it because I have to. and if I don't, it won't look right, you know?
Yep.
So it's really my own gun pointed to my own head, really.
Wow.
Oh, I remember this driving scene. This was an ambitious scene for me at the time, because there's just like I'm really passionate about cars, so I drew all those cars and looping backgrounds.
Yeah.
I watched the entirety of Better Call Saul while I animated this scene.
Just this one scene. Damn.
Yeah. Just this one scene, yeah.
Oh,
that's crazy. That's
that rotation, the wheel rotation.
Oh wow, yeah.
I was very inefficient at that time, though. I'll give you that.
Hey man, we're all inefficient when we do things for the first time.
Yes, sir.
That still looks pretty good.
I like that.
And then for this road trip video that I'm working on right now, I'm reaching out to some 3D artists, because there's one scene that I want to do where I'm like, that just it's a car scene, right? I'm like, I just can't draw that, right? So we're gonna have to figure out how to do kind of like a 3D 2D blend, and hopefully not make it look like one in Family Guy when they drive a car.
Oh, and it looks just like completely like real movement.
Yeah, it's just like, okay, that's just a real vehicle with like black lines around it.
And the characters have like two in between.
Exactly.
Oh man. Well, what were some of the big changes in becoming the boss?
Big changes. I guess it's just like the main thing I had to learn was the people that you're working with also want to create the best product possible, you know? So when you're like withholding comments or notes or anything doesn't help you, but also like, you know, I had to learn to communicate my vision clearly, because I have a very weird art style, like especially like my character, like the way my character's head looks and the way my character's hair looks. It makes sense to me, but to explain it and draw model sheets and everything for other artists, it's very like weird. It's very complicated, and I just had to learn how to communicate my visions properly. And then I also, like, you know, unfortunately, one of the things you have to learn as a boss is like letting people go.
Oh, yeah.
You know, it sucks. Obviously, like, I hate letting people go, but I also like, I don't, you know, like there's like a point where like working with an artist where like I would get a scene back and I'd end up having to reanimate almost the whole thing. So I was like, well, I just can't afford this, right? Like I don't have enough budget to be doing this, right? And it's also not fair to the artist, because I you know, I don't want to be like assigning them less scenes, because now I'm worried about like how it'll come out, right? So it's just better to just like rip off that band-aid. And I always try to give people like the benefit of the doubt and like work with them as much as possible. But you know, obviously letting people go just sucks. But I usually don't have to do it. Although all the artists I've worked with are absolutely lovely and way more talented than me. I deliberately hire people that are better at animating than I am. So
yeah, no,
there you go.
that's unfortunately one of my responsibilities in working for Alan is in the rare occasion that it does happen. It's not my favorite, but it's got to be done.
It doesn't get easy at all.
No, it doesn't.
You know,
Never
but
does.
I guess it would be very concerning if you enjoyed doing that.
Like, if you're like, that's
my
fair.
favorite
That's
part
very
of the
fair.
job is kicking these guys to the curb.
Oh man, there was this one animator on the team, and I'm not naming names, but I had considered myself close with them at one point, and then I sent them the message saying that they weren't receiving any other work. That's the last time I ever spoke to them.
Oh,
So it
That
stings.
sucks.
I just worry every time I do that, that same thing's gonna happen. But you know, it's a part of the job.
that sucks. Man. Oh, and then that's another thing I had to learn is do not hire friends. Like, like too late. Because
Yeah.
I mean, like, I do have people I work with now that I consider friends. I'm sure you're the same way. But I definitely did have to learn, like, you know, if they're your friend, you're less likely to give them criticism, and you're less likely to, you know, give them notes on things that, or say things that they won't want to hear, which unfortunately you have to do when you're running a team, you know? So, you know, lesson learned. Don't do that again.
Lesson learned, huh?
Yeah.
I think the difference, like, the thing with Hitena is, like, he will just say it, like, how it is. Like, no
I'm
matter
very
who it is.
good. Yeah, I'm so
Yeah.
Well, then
It's
you
like
must.
that-
You're a great production manager because
Yeah, he's my
that's
favorite
your
for
job,
that.
man. Like,
Yeah, no.
the last thing, like the last thing you want to do as a production manager. Obviously, you don't want to be an asshole, but don't sugarcoat things, right? Like, tell people what they
No,
need
never
to
do.
Yeah.
No, I made a very clear distinction when I started working for Alan, because even when I got hired, I was already good friends with some of the people on his team. And I knew that it would become awkward if, you know, I was hanging out with them in VCs, but then I was also their manager and telling them what to do and asking for revisions and that sort of stuff. It's important to make sure they know there's a separation in communication. Like, there's a time where I'm business Hatena 360, and there's a time when I'm friend Hatena 360.
100%.
Fun,
You
goofy,
Totally
happy.
make
agree.
that clear distinction. So whenever I'm not clocked
Inside
in,
me, there are two wolves. There's
Exactly.
and
Exactly. But like, if I'm on the clock, then I'll still be in VC, and I'll take business relations to DMs most of the time. But then if I'm off the clock, I'm not business anymore. I'm just hanging out. So as long as that distinction is made clear, then, you know, you can work with friends. But I think it's smart
100%.
to generally not hire friends.
You just have to have that, like, fine line, right? And if you're able to have that separation, then 100%. But I had to learn going into it, like, if I am going to work with friends, there has to be, like, I have to, like, lay it out first, like, hey, I'm not going to be your friend while we're working. I'll be your friend afterwards, but while we're working, I might not be. You know?
Yeah, for sure. Damn.
Not to say that, like, what I do is I'm not, like, particularly mean. And usually when I get a scene back, I'll have, like, 2 notes, and, like, that's it. It's almost never have I ever had work come back to me and I've given it just completely negative criticism. I don't think that's ever happened, really.
I have to throw this whole thing away, man.
This thing is kind of bad.
All the in-betweens, but you're gonna have to go back to the drawing board, pal. No, that would be cruel. And that's why we have, like, redundancies, right? Like, we have, like, the storyboards, and for that you do the roughs first, and then you give the ideas, and then you do the cleanups, and it's the same for animation. You do the keys, and then you do the in-betweens, make sure everything's on model. So just having those redundancies to avoid, you know, anything like, you know, any catastrophic notes that are going to take forever to implement, right?
Mm-hmm. I had noticed.
What's the process like for, like, Alan's videos? Do you guys do, like, storyboards? Do you do, like, keyframes, or what do you do?
I don't know if I can tell you under NDA.
Oh.
Okay.
Unfortunately.
The moment this stream turns off, you tell me everything you know, and I'm taking over his channel.
It's over.
Just give him the keys to the channel at this point.
Yeah.
I need to know the secrets. No.
Please.
He probably wouldn't mind, but I'd rather not risk it. I think
Fair
mostly
enough, man.
he's concerned if I, like, give out story details. That's what he cares a lot more about.
That is very fair.
No, but I am curious because you keep calling this a storyboard, what you're working on, but this is something that
I haven't drawn anything in like half an hour, but this is like
well, the thing you have pulled up. But you call it a storyboard, but technically it's not a storyboard.
What I guess it's an animatic.
Yeah.
But I guess that when I say storyboard, I mean animatic generally. And this is for me. I'm not gonna pass. Like I would never pass this off to an animator to animate. This is just like I'm just like blocking out like roughly where I want the character to pose, and then you know I'll go from there.
Imagine
like,
you like if this is like one of your animators and just like, all right, go.
oh my god!
Like
There's this one time that this 100% happens with backgrounds where like I'll send off a background and like one of my artists will be like, "What is this?" And I'm like, "I'm so sorry, I just can't do it." Like one of my friends and background artists, Sirith, I sent them a background one time, and this is like when I just started working with like other artists, and I was like, "This is a basement," and she's like, "Why is there just like 2 lines in the middle of the scene?" I'm like, "Well, it's like you know how basements have poles." And they got poles and basements, and she was like, "Oh, okay." And I was like, "I'm sorry, just do what you can."
I'm sorry.
I'm sorry.
Help.
This is why I don't do backgrounds.
Help.
I need help. Fix it. Yeah, no,
but I was sorry. I was going towards the question of like. Because even on Alan's team, we used just the complete wrong terminology for certain stages of production. I was curious what you would call every stage. Like we used to call animatic storyboards, and then we had a conversation with they used to be a creative director for Roblox, and then they made their own studio. But they knew a lot, so they just told us everything we were doing wrong, and like the terminology was just all over the place.
Well, and now you've bestowed that knowledge upon me.
Great.
Next thing you know, Brody's studio just like completely changes their pipeline.
Yeah, he's like, instructions not clear. Next episode is on Roblox.
Instructions unclear. I'm making Minecraft videos now.
I give up.
Hey, listen.
Oh man, well we're about to get into the Q&A segment, but we got a couple more questions about the future. The future.
I don't know how to think about the future. All I can think about is today.
Same what?
Well, so how many projects do you have blocked out right now?
How many like videos do I have blocked out? Or?
Yeah, like videos.
Currently, I have one video that's about done with storyboards and like just getting going on animation, and then I have another one that's in the scripting phase. I have another one that's in the audio phase. So currently 3 videos that I'm working on. One of them will be coming out mid-September. Another one probably later October, which is a really good upload schedule for me. Usually I'm like 3 to 4 months, so like a month and a half is like crazy for me. And then I'm also like working on integrating other kind of styles of content into my channel. Like I want to do one of the videos I'm working on is going to be like just like a really simple kind of animation style, like an animatic style, not a storyboard style, an animatic style.
Get it right.
It's more of just like more of just like a discussion video, just because I feel like it would suit that, and I'll just do that one myself because I kind of like want to have more of a personal touch, right? Like I love working with a team, but you know, I also know that there's like something missing from storytime animation sometimes, like when it's not completely done by yourself, right? You know, like that's how the genre began, was just like people, you know, making what they can with the limitations they had. And I think there's something admirable about that. So I'd like to give it another go.
I like that.
But yeah. What about Alan Becker? So what are the exact story plots that are hitting with the next one?
So actually we have like 17 more episodes planned.
I can tell you we have a lot of stuff planned. I just can't give specifics. There's so many projects.
No, it's okay. It's just whisper it quietly in my ear.
Stuff might have been too specific, actually. Oops. I might have already said too much.
Maybe we'll bring Alan on in a future episode, and he can do that himself.
He can tell all the secrets, all the Alan secrets. It was crazy to me, like going to VidCon, and I had a panel with Alan last year, and I was like, I'm not supposed to be on a panel with Alan.
Come on.
Like I'm not on the Alan freaking Becker tier, dude. Like I was like, that's
fair, and no one is. Alan is Alan. That's it, dude.
Yeah. How do you get on a panel? Does YouTube invite you,
just
or
invited me? Yeah.
YouTube just invites you.
Yeah, well, cause I was a featured creator last year and this year. Hopefully next year, we'll see. But they just invited me, and it was my first time. Dude, they treat you so much nicer as a featured creator than as a guest, dude. It's actually crazy.
I mean, I can only imagine, yeah.
I love it. It was great. Well, especially as someone who's I'd attended 3 VidCons previously just as a guest, and so I've been in the trenches, dude. I've waited in those 3-hour lines before, right? So being paraded around a little bit, I feel like I've earned it a little bit. All right,
you did it. Look at us, who'd have thought?
Oh my god, I kept doing that to my buddy Infinite Fruit. I like when we were like, in a golf cart being driven to our panel, I was like, hey, look at us. Huh? Look at us.
Made it.
Who'd have thought? Look at us.
He was like, dude,
stop.
stop.
Dude, stop.
I've already started making plans for next VidCon. I'm gonna drag Loonsar there with me this time, and try to get as many of my other friends as possible. And we're gonna share one big ass Airbnb, make it a whole thing.
Live Dojocast.
Dude,
I would love to. I'd love to do. If we could do a panel Dojocast, that would be sick. But who knows? We're all animators, so maybe that's too much.
How do I get my avatar on stage?
Yeah. So what is the 2-frame version of me replace me, or? Oh, it's not going to. Oh.
Yeah.
I gotta go home.
I can't be here.
Oh man.
I'm making a new file just for mindless doodles because I found out that I can't do animatics while talking.
That's all right.
I've just been scrubbing through my timeline every now and then.
I've drawn like 3 poses and they're not good.
All right. Well, I'm gonna go ahead and start up a Q&A button. So everyone watching this live, there will be a little bubble up there. You can ask any question you want to anyone up here. But while we're waiting for those questions to come on in, Brody, do you have any tips for people who are trying to build a animation career, maybe more specifically in the storytime sphere or in general?
Definitely be part of communities and make as many friends and connections as you can. Not just to steal their subscribers, but just to keep yourself motivated and to keep yourself improving. And also like to have people like, especially with the YouTube space, like I have friends that are like super, kind of, I have friends that are all like different, like, I guess they all have different skill sets. Like I have one friend that's like, he's very focused on the algorithm. I have one that's focused on writing, one that's really good at animation. And like, I get to, homogenize all of their skills and like soak them in a little bit. Right. So I'm not like, and also just like learn new things about like, someone will screen share and I'll see a feature they're using on Adobe Animate and I'll be like, oh, I didn't know that was a thing. I guess Hatena says I should use advanced layers. I guess
advanced layers.
No, don't use that. Don't use it.
Dude,
something advanced layers.
It's actually crazy. My buddy Infamous Swoosh, he switched to Adobe Animate 2018 from CS6, I think.
Oh wow! Yeah.
Purely because I was able to make gradients for backgrounds. and he was like, I'm sold. But as for budding artists, just like keep at it and make sure. I'd say the biggest mistake I see people making, and I always tell them to like avoid, is don't make what you think people want to see. Don't do that. Make what you want to see. If you come up with an idea and just be like, I would be excited to watch that. Don't be like, oh, I think the algorithm's gonna like this one. That's how you burn yourself out and die. You're gonna and like even if you do get success by doing that, then you're gonna be chasing that algorithm your entire career and you're not gonna enjoy it. But if you're creating it for yourself truly, then you're always going to be happy because, you know, at least you can look at your video regardless of the algorithm and just be like, I made what I wanted to make, you know? So that's my Brody wisdom for you.
Really, really good advice. I want to like just double down on that because it is truly that critical. Because if you make something that you don't really want to make just because you're trying to make the internet be happy with you, and then it doesn't do well, then you doubly hate it. You hated the process, you weren't excited about it, you release it, and then it doesn't do the internet thing like you wanted it to do, then it just feels way worse. But if you make something that makes you happy, and you were excited about it, and then you put it out, and if it does bad, you still love it. If it does really good, you're on top of the planet. It's so big.
Yeah, 100%.
Exactly.
That's
Exactly.
great advice.
Yeah.
Droid Animator, what animation software do you use? Oh, we already said this, but to run through it quick, I use Adobe Animate version 23.
We all use Macromedia Flash 8.
Real
Yes. Yeah, well, hang on. Yeah, let me pull that up instead.
Macro
Oh my God,
Flashbang.
Up.
I built
does
a
it
new
work on
PC
your new computer?
recently. Yeah, it works on my new computer. Like it would break like crazy on my old PC, and then I built a new one, and now it's great again. So I can participate in Flash 8 collabs again. It's great.
He's quitting
There's
Adobe Animate.
Flash
Let's go.
8 specific collabs.
Yes.
Yeah, in this community
I guess I shouldn't be
specifically,
surprised
yes. I mean,
course
Flash
there
8 is just so good. And then as soon as Adobe got
I mean,
there to rub
it's
your
the
little
originator.
hands on it, yeah.
Oh yeah, like my collab templates have mainly been made in Flash 8. Or like all the stuff I've done is just in Flash 8, and then like whoever wants to work in Animate, they can just open it in Animate. It'll just convert to AS3.
Yeah.
Well, there you go. And also advice to new animators. Apparently, you can just participate in the dojo. You don't have to send in an application and have it signed by a wizard. You can just be a part of it. You know?
Yeah, no,
just
there's
join.
this, Hyun spent so much of his time on this new dojo website for you to be involved, not to just sit by and watch passively. It's like, come on, check it out. I love the website. It's so cool.
So awesome.
Humbug.
Dude, I remember I was heartbroken when like the first website initially went down.
Yeah, my son was
Classic
too.
site.
It's so sad. Oh, man.
What was you guys like? Did you guys have like a first like animation or video you saw that made you start animating?
I wonder if I can even find it.
I did. For me, it's in two parts. It was I think probably when I was like 10, seeing videos on stickdeath.com. Like that was the original stick figure website, probably like 2002, 2001, and
Wow.
they were really primitive. They looked like they were made in like MS Paint, and they were like part slideshow, part animation. But there was something so endearing that I could watch it, and it was funny, and I felt like if I knew how to use a computer, I would do that. And then it was probably about 2 or 3 years later that I saw Zhao Zhao. I forget which number it is, but it's the one that has like the full 3D rotation in it towards the end. And I was like, I'm gonna do this for 20 years. Hold on, I need to figure out how they did this, and I do it for 20 years. Be right back. And that was pretty much it
It's
for
gonna
me.
be my thing.
I'm gonna give this a good 20,000 hours, and I'll taste test it a little bit. But yeah, this guy right here. This is exactly this. Exactly.
Yep.
I saw this and I was like, oh, it's over.
Oh,
You could do this?
My potential's has been awakened.
Oh, dude, I remember seeing these. This just unlocked an old memory. Like this,
Yeah.
like these rooms, dude.
My
These
eyes
rooms that
tripled
make
in
very
size.
little to no sense.
Yeah, yeah. I just jumped through that floor.
That's crazy,
and that
dude.
shot
I was
at the
looking it
end,
up
oh,
earlier.
Yeah.
Because I was like,
That's it.
I want to take a look at some of the stick animations I used to watch. There's this one where it's like, what was it called? Hold on. It was like the cliff, where just a bunch of
Yeah.
stickmen try to get over a cliff and they just all die. And I
Yeah.
was like, and like,
Wow,
dude,
I
I
think
saw
I've
that
seen
when
that.
I was like 8, and I was like, this is the best. this is the best thing that the internet's done. And then there
Yeah,
was
that's good stuff.
there was stick figures on crack.
Yes, I grew up on
course,
that.
yeah.
I literally grew up on that.
I grew up on that too. And then I found Astif movie, which is a whole different.
Oh yeah.
I guess I would consider that kind of a stickman animation.
I know, the very
Pretty
simplistic figures. They're close enough.
Yeah.
We count it. We count it.
No, mine was an animation from Flipnote Hatena. Hence where I come from. My
Wait a
name,
minute!
wow.
Wait a minute!
Yeah.
Wait a minute.
I'm Leonardo DiCaprio pointing at the camera.
Yeah.
He said the thing.
Yeah.
It's like connecting like the dots.
Yeah, but it was this specific animation. I got Flipnote on my DSi, and then I got internet access to look at the Flipnotes, and this is the first one that I saw, and it just had such an impact. I was like, I could do that, and so now my style today is heavily influenced on Slarky, the creator of this animation.
I was about to say, it looks like
Are
almost
they
exactly
still-
like it.
Yeah,
Are they
Yeah,
animated?
no, I heavily inspired from this guy's old style.
Wow. Do they still do animations?
They do. I don't think they do it as much anymore, and they go by the name of Axe Today nowadays. God, they also did some Game Grumps animes, but yeah, they've largely
Everybody
stopped
did Game
animating.
Grumps animations.
Yeah,
That was like the
Every
rite of
animator has
passage,
at least
especially
one.
For, yeah. Well, even for storytime animators, the rite of passage was always Game Grumps.
Mm-hmm.
yeah. Oh man, this is the stuff
Yeah.
that they're doing now, though.
Wait, go
Plastic.
back. Who's the? Wait, go back. Oh, what's her name?
Braden Wolf.
Hold up. Wait a minute.
Oh no, do you know him?
I think I do. I'm not gonna jump to conclusions, but that
Right,
sounds
right.
super familiar to me.
Yeah, no, he probably just does a lot of industry work and doesn't post a lot, but he definitely had a big influence on me when I was starting.
For me, it was also like the same. Like, I mean, like I saw stick figures on crack when I was like really young. I was like, I don't know, probably around like 5 or 6. And I didn't really understand what
Oh
was
my
happening.
god, dude, I do know Braden. He storyboards for Infamous Swoosh.
No way.
Oh my god, really?
Yeah, because I was like, dude, I was just in talks with him the other day about getting him to do the storyboard work for me.
That's
That's
crazy.
dude, the world's like
That's
20
crazy.
people. That's
And I was like,
Yeah.
Braden Wolf, really? Wow.
Oh man, yeah, no, he
What
was
the-
my inspiration in the old days of Flipnote Hatena. That's
Wow.
crazy. He's still around. He's closer to me
Or
than I
he's
thought in this
animator,
vast
not
world.
animator, not storyboarder, but wow. Yeah, that's crazy.
That's
Wow.
crazy.
Yeah, because I just went to his description and it takes us back to the Axe Today account. That's
Wow.
crazy.
Yeah, I'd love to talk to him. Maybe you could hook me up.
I'll let you know, dude.
Yeah.
That's
Oh, man.
crazy.
That's awesome. Yeah,
That's
he's an
wild.
animator on Swoosh's team. He's
Mhm.
super good.
That's incredible.
Small world.
Wow.
Oh yeah. Well, yeah, it was stick figures on crack, and then like Defend the Diamond and like the other dojo stuff, like Obstacle Course collab. I thought that was pretty young too.
Yeah. Oh, this is.
Dude,
this
I
is a
love Defend the Diamond.
classic.
Well, yeah, of course it was the older version, but you know.
Yeah,
copyright.
yeah, it got removed because the Ochi music rights holder did not like it.
Mhm. Dude,
Oh, yeah,
I saw. Oh, this was my
Forgot
favorite part back in the day. Like I always wanted to move in style like that.
I forgot
But,
like how interconnected stick fights were with like music and everything.
Oh,
Oh,
yes, this is
always-
this
Especially
pretty much-
Shuriken stuff. Shuriken and me were. Oh my god. It's all about music.
Yeah, you guys
Killed a guy.
literally introduced me to Sync and like how to do all that. That's what got me onto like stick fights. Cause I'm like, you could do that with music.
Yeah.
Dude, when I
That's
first saw like Gilded Guy to music, bro, I was like, holy.
Oh my god, no, this is totally different.
I was like, this is fire.
It's like the neurons connected in my brain for the first time.
Yeah. Oh man. Oh no, but the OG, the Bog one, I think is when most people really saw the
So
potential. It's so
Mm.
perfect. Because he has this ability to nail the energy that the music is also trying to sell. But you know, the story is still.
Dude, I can't wait for
comprehensive.
the spinning sword part.
Oh
I
yeah.
have the Gilded Guy skin in Fortnite.
I can't
You
do
Too,
Fortnite.
dude.
I do.
Oh my god, this.
I-
Oh my god.
Guilty Guy being in Fortnite is so random. Like I can't believe
know,
that.
it's so weird.
sick, dude.
It's really cool, but
That's
so
sick.
out of the
It's
box.
awesome, like damn, I would never expect it.
Yeah.
Crazy crossover for sure.
DJ Animations asks, when did BrodyAnimates get his beanie from?
Oh, you know what? That's a really good question. I don't think anyone's ever asked me that.
Oh,
That's
wow.
actually kind of crazy. Well, my original character design, ironically, I was watching a Game Grumps animated video, and during the end, when they had like a scroll of the artists that like did parts for it, I was like, "Ooh, that one! I picked that. That's gonna be my character." And you wouldn't know it because it looks like ass. But then when I was doing my character, I was just like, what can I add to this to show that I'm Canadian? So I was like, well, I gotta add a beanie. That's
beanie
like
was
the
first.
Canadian thing. Like, what else can you add to your character to make it clear? So, you wouldn't really know. A lot of people don't know I'm Canadian, even though I do talk about it a lot. But yeah, I did originally add it just because I wanted to be Canadian.
Is a beanie
Follow-up
just a very
question.
Canadian thing?
Yeah, because it's cold. You gotta keep your head
well,
warm.
Fair.
Yeah.
I don't know, I
Do you
never think
wear a
about,
beanie?
Ironically, I never wear beanies. The only time I wear them is at VidCon.
You're right, because
Wild.
I gotta be my guy, yeah.
You know
I love
why?
that.
It's because when I wear a beanie, I have a very thick head of hair, and when I wear a beanie, I look bald because it just presses all my hair down. and
Yeah.
I look really weird. I can't even.
Yeah.
I don't even really like wear hats. I'll take drawing requests, by the way, in the chat because I'm just doodling.
I got the reverse problem. I wear a hat to make it look like I got hair, but I don't. It's just all on my face.
Well, you know what? Maybe when the hair starts going, I'll bring the beanie
Yeah,
out.
it's the play.
It'll
It's
be
the
more
play.
accurate.
Oh man, what happened to Loonstar? Oh yeah, we're on our whole death arc.
People are saying
If I
Mario.
hide on the
Oh.
screens, you
Look
see
at
his
his
little
little teeth.
reflection in there.
Yeah.
I
Well, what
how
happened to
came
you?
from the fifth dimension, and they have more
I'm like-
detail.
I'm slowly okay. So I freed myself from the underworld, and I'm slowly my spirit's slowly starting to manifest into the real world in some hologram-esque form.
Gotcha.
I can't get this plug off still.
Dude, my teeth. I can't believe no one pointed out my teeth is lost.
Yeah, when I drew your character here, because I drew everybody, I drew you with the metal teeth.
I saw that.
I love it.
Oh yeah.
That's so cool. Oh man. Oh, and as for everyone who's asked where Hyun is, he's dead. He died.
Yeah.
That's it.
He's gone.
Like
He's
he does.
gone. He's
He
gone.
From
does
now on,
that.
it will be
Again.
called Brody's Dojo. I'm taking over.
It's like the third or
I don't
fourth
know.
time he's died now. Who knows?
Yeah, this is totally random, but only because I'm seeing you draw Mario. And I don't know if we've talked about this before because I feel like it might have been brought up, but it blew my mind when I learned this that he doesn't say "it's a me, Mario." He's saying "Itsumi," which is Japanese for super.
You're fucking with me.
I'm not.
What?
It's
nah.
Itsumi.
Nah,
Yeah.
it's supposed to, it's Italian.
It's-
he's
he's-
like, it's to me.
He's
No,
not
like-
saying it to me.
Mario.
He's saying Itsumi. I gotta find it.
You're
It,
lying.
it blew my mind.
You're
How does he know
lying.
Japanese.
Itsumi. Mario, hold on.
Boy.
I'll draw Hyun deceased.
There you go.
Oh, never mind. I was lied to. It's false.
Yeah, that's
Okay.
right.
I was about to
I
say,
knew
there's
it.
no way.
I
Spreading
knew you were
misinformation
I was
on
lied
the
to.
internet.
I was lied to. Dang it!
Wow, I can't believe this. Just a crow messing around asks, "Hey Brody, Wacom or Huion?"
I use Wacom, but I hate them. So Huion.
Hell yeah, Huion. I've used Huion for years. Their stuff it just never dies. Even if I spill coffee and hot chocolate all over them for years, they still work just fine.
I've had this
My-
same tablet for 4.5 years. A Huion.
I've had this tablet for 4 years, and I remember I just started getting good money from YouTube. I have a Wacom 24 HD. It's like a 4K tablet. I was so excited to get it, and I was like 16 and I was working in my basement, and my brother comes up and he's just being a fucking sibling, right? So he's just there to pick a fight, and he pushes me into my desk and it cracks the bottom of the screen.
Oh my
And
god.
it's still broken. I have a piece of duct tape over it, and I reached out to them. I was like, how much to get it fixed? And they were like $2,000, and I was like, nope. I guess I'll just have the crack on it forever.
That sucks so bad.
I've
only known Wacom.
I was on Goodwill. Apparently they have like a bidding center online. And they were selling like some huge Wacom tablets for like $20. But it's like a bid kind of thing, but like no one's buying digital, graphics tablets on there. So that might be a little hack. You don't have to spend too.
He's putting you on right now, dude. Write that down. Somebody write that down.
Maybe.
I'll go there.
Yeah.
I'll buy a new screen.
No, but my very first tablet was a Huion H420, and it was literally the same exact size as my entire hand. And that thing lasted me like 5 or 6 years, and it was still going strong. I only upgraded because I wanted something bigger, but like I could still be using that thing. But like Huion is even their cheapest ones they're made to last.
I started off like most people with a Wacom Intuos, like the baseline.
Yes,
like
that's what
one.
I had.
And then I got a bigger Huion one, and then Huion, when I had like 100,000 subscribers, Huion reached out to me and they gave me a Huion Canvas 13, and I was like 14 when they sent it to me. So this was like giving me $1 million. I was like,
it's so big.
This is the peak of my career, and it's
getting better.
It did last me a couple of years. I'll give them that. I had no issues with that tablet at all. And my brother did not crack it, so we're good.
Good job.
There you go. A question for Atena: when's the June Archives video coming out? It's shelved indefinitely. I have to find time to work on it. It's the only video that I've tried to do a story time-ish style, and it was over ambitious. I think it's over like an hour long. So
holy cow!
Oh my god!
Yeah, I have a lot of work is already done on it, but like I want it to be a video
that would take
that
me
encompasses...
at least a year and a half full time to make an hour.
Yeah, but like I still have so much time. I want to do it. I just have to rethink it. I might split it up into parts. I think it's probably the best way to go, but it's shelved until I can find a good excuse to continue working on it. So,
is that going on the main channel?
Sorry. I don't know yet because it's like a commentary thing, so it might go on the side. I don't know. We'll see. Solomon asks, where does Brody get the blue shirt from?
Where did I get the blue shirt from? I'm pretty sure I was just like, I was 12 when I designed my character, so I was like, blue's my favorite color.
Yeah.
That's me right now.
I like blue.
That's me right now. Blue's my favorite color, so I made my stick figure blue.
Yeah, there you go.
It's
like
usually
red
as simple
hat.
as that.
Ironically, with the red hat, I was like, what contrast blue? And I picked like the neonest red that I could, and I was like, that's good. And now I hate it, but I like my character design now because I've had like minor tweaks since then. But I definitely would design my character differently now. I would, first of all, I would make my character so much easier to animate because for some reason, I'll show you on my screen. Instead of like having like a circular head, like this with just like ears and like hair, my character has like a bucket shaped head like that with the ears on the side, which means from the side, instead of just being like, I need another frame. Instead of the side just being like a circle with ears and it's like, oh, there's the beanie and stuff, it's a bucket that dives up into the neck and then into the ear like that. And it's like, why did I design it like this? It just makes it so much more annoying, especially when you're trying to do like a 3D thing. So it's just, I mean, like, it's fine for me, but especially like, you know, working with a team, and I'm like, you know, actually, it's not the rational way to draw it. It's the stupid as hell way to draw it, guys. Come on, what are we doing here?
Pick it up.
Yeah, draw it worse.
Draw it worse. No,
Draw it
no,
worse,
no. That
guys.
is
You're
right
drawing
the
it
way you're
too
doing it.
sensibly.
But yeah.
Yeah.
What you did is actually right, but that's not how we're doing it today.
But yeah, that's I would also I mean, like, I am older now. Like, I don't look anything like my character. I kind of I didn't really when I first drew it. Like, I had one video where I was like in between being a bad artist and a decent artist, where like my character looked like this, and it
You're the
had,
middle
like,
werewolf.
it had like a more reasonable hairstyle, and it kind of looked like that. It looks like garbage, but it did look like me at the time. 100%, I looked like that. But then, like, now I'm an adult. I got, like, you know, I always have, like, you know, facial hair, and like, I don't know. I don't wear a hat, so I probably wouldn't include that. But, you know, how else do people know I'm Canadian? So
It's the only way.
Trademark.
You just hold the flag through every scene straight
I'll
out.
draw what I look like now. I pretty much look like this. And I have a middle part too. I did the side part when I was a kid, but I also have a mullet. I look very Canadian.
Oh, you have a mullet?
Yeah.
I see.
Well, Solomon asks, when you script your videos, how does the comedy come together in the script smoothly?
Oh, that's a really good question. I guess I just kind of, I don't know. I've never really thought about it kind of analytically, but I really just try to make sure that I have a good flow for the story, and then, like, while I'm writing it out, there's definitely just a sort of rhythm that I want to hit with the video. So I usually I like, while I'm writing it, I'll have like the big points where I'm like, this is a funny part, this is a funny part, this is a funny part, and that'll be like the bones of the script. And then I go in like again, and I kind of flesh it out more, where I'm like, okay, there's room for a joke here, or like, what if this character said this? That's slightly funnier. And then I try to do like a couple like drafts, and I try to pass it to my friends. And then a lot of the times I'll have like a running gag that's, you know, like a running bit that goes through the scripts. And one of the ones that was accidental, this one came along in the animation process, but in the Trouble video, I start off by, like, the storytelling device is like Brody's in prison, and he rolls up his sleeve to show his soccer tattoo. And then later, one of my storyboard artists, after the soccer, like, I tell the soccer story, he has little Brody getting tattooed with the soccer ball, and I was like, oh, that's perfect. Why didn't I think of that? That is such a great bit to have, like, of like him getting the tattoo later. That's a great idea. And then I try to have stuff like that where it just kind of comes back later. And especially with this new one, this Trouble video, I try to have more of a narrative where I'm like, okay, Brody's in prison, and you're like, why is he in prison? He's telling you, you know. And I had a lot of fun with that for sure. Yeah, I guess it's just, you know, just an additive process. And then, like, the more you write, the more you get like a taste for it, you know. You get kind of like a sense of like the rhythm of how a story should flow.
Very nice.
That's a great question.
That's a good question.
That was a really good question. Yeah, I haven't even.
Oh,
thought about
they have an even better question. Are you entering a dojo collab in the future?
I would like to. Honestly, this talent show one seems really, really fun. I just have to make sure that I can finish my scenes for my own video first. And then if I have the time, I'm definitely going to participate, because, it's always been my dream to be a part of the dojo. I didn't know if the wizard would accept me. I didn't know if Hyun himself would descend from the heavens and give me my dojo acceptance letter like it's Hogwarts. You know?
Yeah, well, he didn't want to make time for you here today, so, you know, maybe not.
Yeah, never meet your heroes, guys. Literally, I'll never meet him.
Literally, you won't be able to. It just doesn't happen. You can try, I guess.
Oh man! Yeah. All right, I think we want to wrap it up here.
Yay.
So, hell yeah!
Yeah, thank you again, Brody, for joining us today. Everyone, please feel free to shoot a go subscribe to him, even though you're probably
Shoot a subscription
That's
my
crazy.
way,
Like
you
and
know.
subscribe.
Show a little love.
show the love, show the love. No,
If
dude.
Little bit,
any
not
of
too
you
much,
could be
not too
oh
much.
so kind.
No, if I could be honest, I was like binging some of your videos when I was coming up with some of these questions, and I was genuinely shocked by the quality of the animations.
Thank you, man.
So, and to know that you
it's
still do a
definitely-
lot of it, it's wild. Like your standard
I
is really
appreciate
high
it,
for
dude.
storytime animation.
I thank you. Honestly, it means a lot to hear that because, like, you know, I really am just truly passionate about the animation process, and you know, the main reason I have a team is so I can uphold that standard of quality and not take 8 months between uploads.
Yeah.
'Cause, I mean, like the last video I did, like I said, I did about half myself. So if I did the full video, it would have taken literally twice as long to get the video done, plus backgrounds. So we're looking at like a year.
Yeah.
So I love just trying to make the best content that I can, and you know, I don't know. I see a lot of that in the dojo too, and just like how much everybody puts into all their work, and it's so inspiring and super motivating just to see everybody's just like purest, you know, expression of themselves, you know, and that's what got me into the medium in the first place, you know.
Oh, we got one last minute question from Garrett the
That's beautiful.
Carrot. He asked,
Garrett the
"Who's
Carrot, I know
who's
that guy.
behind Brody? Who is behind Brody?
Who's behind Brody?
Is there someone puppeting your sock?"
Yeah, I'm actually just like a Muppet, and there's somebody just like controlling me.
Someone's like, I'm BrodyAnimates.
I also
Who
just
would it-
realized.
Who would be
In this-
fitting to operate Brody? I don't know.
True. I just realized in our shot because I was so dumb. I was looking around. I was looking behind the photos. Like, I don't know. It's too much glare. I can't see who's in that photo behind him. And then I looked around. There's just a static person in the mirror.
Yeah,
Oh,
I
yeah.
saw
I
that.
didn't know at all.
When I was
The
drawing my
cover.
avatar, I was like, we have another guest.
I
You know what?
usually-
I'm gonna be honest. She has not asked a single question. She has not said
what
a
a
single
terror!
thing.
Yeah.
No, no.
I don't even know
She's
what
kinda
version of Flash she
standing
uses.
She didn't even pipe in then. That's
there.
crazy.
She probably doesn't
Yeah.
even know what a storyboard is, let alone an animatic.
She thinks
She
that
probably,
she thinks they're
thinks
animatics.
she's animatic. Yeah, like an idiot.
No, but thank you
Yeah,
for joining
no.
us. We appreciate it.
Of course.
Everyone,
Thank you
feel
for
free to
having
go
me on.
check
It's been
him
a
out.
blast.
Absolutely.
Hell yeah.
BrodyAnimates.
Anytime, man.
What a treat.
And, yeah, Stone, you want to see us out?
Yeah, guys, you know what time it is. I need stuff to read after this, so please leave a comment on something you liked or remembered from this episode. Join us next week for a few quick matches with Pluto.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'll be playing on launch day 2 days from now, right?
Yep.
On Tuesday.
Hell yeah. I'll
It
be on.
launches, and
Let's
we're
go.
going to be playing the game with the creator of the game. So feel free to join us
Yep.
next week on
Insane.
Saturday,
Insane right there.
not Sunday. On Saturday. Apologies for the
Saturday.
pushback on this episode.
Yeah,
on
some
Saturday
guys.
next week. Yeah, that's okay.
Yeah.
All right. Well, thank you all for watching. Take care. See you next week.
Bye,
Okay,
guys.
bye.
Bye, guys.
Bye.
Bye-bye.
Okay, bye.